Good morning, LinkedIners. This is Dr. England, your friendly international head teacher, reporting to you from the west coast of Africa at CIS Lagos on another beautiful day, slightly overcast, but quite warm and as ever very humid. So, nearly at Christmas time across the world, what have we achieved this year? Well, we threw an awful lot of resources at managing COVID. Was that the right thing to do? Were there more important things on the horizon, such as global warming and other potentially catastrophic threats? It's an interesting question to ask. Should we have put so many resources and so much effort into focusing on COVID? Or should we have looked a little bit further ahead and realised there are actually far bigger challenges to come in terms of the amount of people that might die by a potentially globally catastrophic event? I'll leave that for you to debate. On a more scholastic level, let's think about this. Looking in the UK, I can see some independent schools and chains of independent schools getting their inspections done, and those inspections simply say in many cases whether the schools comply with the minimum standards or not. Seems to me to be like a bit of a get-out clause. Those schools, being independent, should have to comply with the highest level of standards available. What I find fascinating is that those reports also say about those schools that their results are above average or whatever in relation to schools in the maintained sector. Why use the maintained sector as a comparator? It's a relatively irrelevant comparator. Those schools in the independent sector being inspected in such a manner should be compared with other schools in the independent sector so that the comparators are fair. Certainly, if I brought that comparison before the board here at CIS, they'd laugh at me and they'd say, go and find some proper comparators. Go and compare yourself with the top 100 UK schools in the independent sector. Do not compare yourself with the maintained sector. It is not a fair comparison. You should be, in terms of your resource allocation, well ahead of where that maintained sector is by comparison. So to those schools out there, we know who you are. Go and find yourself some decent comparators. If you're in the independent sector, compare your performance with other top schools in the independent sector. It is the only way you will get better. So, other scholastic thoughts right now. Mock exams are running and it's been fascinating to see how our children have prepared for them. They've been extremely excited by using our AI platform. They've also done the traditional, more formal means of revision with their teachers. Looking forward to really strong value-added residuals on the back of it. 1.51 is the target to beat. 1.8 is the target outlined. So we'll see if we can get plus 1.8 grades above our standardized predictors. It's a big stretch, there's no question about that. But I think given the volume of training we've invested in our teachers, the level of development, the buy-in of our staff, and the wonderful tech savviness that seems to be so very unique about our Lagosian staff will all drive us forward. I've never worked with a staff who've got such good buy-in to technology. Of course, technology is only as good as the mindset of the people it's given to, and the mindset of our people here has been to use it in productive, value-added ways and not to be resentful about it, not to have a closed mind about it. And of course, rather, as that old Einstein saying stipulates, a mind is like a parachute. It works best when it's open. That's what our staff have done, kept open minds, and that's one of the reasons we've made huge strides forward with our use of technology. And how many other schools can claim to have every staff Microsoft certificate for educators stamped and sealed, plus an AI platform, plus other significant ways of transmitting and offering data and support to children? What is there not to like? Well done to our staff. You're doing everybody proud and hopefully setting a good standard amongst schools globally. Wishing you the very best for the Christmas ahead. Stay safe, have a good break. Bye for now.